Hey everybody, welcome back to Troy's Hobbies. Today we're going to be unboxing a new rock crawler. This is the first 10 scale rock crawler that we've unboxed on the channel. It's the RGT EX86181. They call it the Crusher. Um, it's kind of scaled after kind of like an old truck. It looks kind of, to me, like a cross between an old power wagon and like an old international truck or something like that. Uh, it looks really cool. Uh, let's get into this, guys. All right, the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about is the condition of the box. Um, Now, I don't believe this is anything that RGT themselves have a problem with, but the shipment company that they use, I think, is a little rough on these packages. Um, the box came to me really dented up and has a couple of gouges and holes in it and things like that. Like as you can see, like right there, there's a big gouge right there. And then the big hole on the top where the smokestack of the truck was poking out. I'm not going to fault RGT for anything like that. I understand that this time of year is really busy for the shipping companies. And I think that they're just a little bit rough on these cars this time of year. So just don't take the condition of the box necessarily as a condition of the vehicle. So let's get into that, and we'll take a look at the truck itself. All right, here's a look at the truck itself. A really nice green color. But first, let's take a look at what we get in the box. First thing we get is this transmitter here. It's this is a 4-channel Dumbo RC style controller, similar to what I just got in the JLB Cheetah. Only this one has the RGT branding directly on the bottom of it. These are really nice controllers. I really like them. So I'm happy to see that I have another one of these. That makes me, I like that. You get a little accessories bag right here that has hubcap covers that you can screw in with these. Or you can zip tie them. It looks like these are the little windshield wipers you can add on if you wanted to put on your windshield wipers, hubcap carriers, and the screws to install them. So that's in the accessories bag. Get 2 sets of decals. One looks like it's for the bed of the truck. So you can either choose to have wood grain or diamond plate, whichever one you choose. And then you have your like accessory decals and sponsor branding decals. You get a legitimate Hobby Wing sticker, and then a couple others on this sheet. That's a mix of like real brands and just made up stuff that they use. And then finally, last thing you get is just a simple wall charger. But it is a European plug, so you'll need an adapter to plug that into American outlets to make it work, or you'll have to use an upgraded hobby grade RC charger. So that's a look at what you guys get in the box. Let's take a look at the truck up close. All right, here's a look at this body. This is a really nice body. This green color is absolutely gorgeous. I was expecting a much darker color, just by the advertised pictures that you find on the websites to buy these from. But man, when I got this thing out of the box, it is absolutely gorgeous. Nice chrome side pipe. That's one little thing that I did want to point out. This was sticking out of the top of the box, and if you can see right there, some of the chrome is rubbed off and it's just black underneath. So that was the only damage it really had in shipping. Just a little minor rubbage off of that. But other than that, it's not a big deal. Let's turn it around to the front here. Take a look at the front details on this truck. These really nice mirrors on the side. Again, there are more accessories in the bag. There are windshield wipers you can install right up in here. You can just drill little holes and put them where you need them. Then it has the snorkel, nice little molded snorkel onto the side. Then it has the light buckets. These are working lights on this truck. Really, really neat. Has front lights, and it also has turn signals. So those are really, really nice. Let's go around to the back. Kind of on the side first here, you can see these nice like skid plates, like rock runners right there that go along the side. And then you have this back like a flatbed style bed with a roll bar, and then it has a spare tire up here, and then it has a backup light up there, little fire extinguisher. And man, what a nice truck. But one thing I do want to point out about the body that is really, really neat is that it's just a magnet. There are no body clips anywhere. Just a magnet. You just pop her open, flip it up. You just got to watch the light. Just look at the light wires going in right there. If you want to flip it all the way up, you have to unplug those. But it is a flip top. I like that. Just sits right back down on the magnets. All right, let's talk about the wheels and tires on this thing. Really, really nice wheel and tire combo here. Again, you can put the molded hubcap covers on the top, and right there, you can screw them right into those holes right there. But the compound is really, really nice and soft. Nice and not the tackiest wheels in the world, but they're really, really nice for ready-to-run tires. Like a medium soft kind of foam in them. And they feel like they're going to do great on the rocks. Those are actual true bead locks, so no issues with having to vent tires or anything like that. So you have bead lock tires. That's nice. So that's a nice look at the wheels and tires. I mean, there's a nice close-up look right there of where you can mount in those hubcap covers. You just screw into those holes, and there you can have nice covers for the axle nut. Okay, so I went ahead and unhinged the body to let us take a look at what's underneath the truck a little bit closer. It just comes off with a simple 2mm hex wrench and then two small bolts. So that's easy to get off of there, and then it just comes right off, just like that. So let's take a closer look at what's underneath this rig. All right, we'll go ahead and start here at the front of the truck. First thing off, I want to start off with is that it's a straight axle truck. It does not have portals. So if anybody was looking at this truck and was wondering if it had portals or not, it does not. It's just a simple straight axle. It is a 4-link, but it is a pan hard bar. So there is a pan hard bar underneath there. You look underneath past the servo link. Underneath the curved one there is the pan hard bar. If you look there, the steering link, it actually does have a metal servo horn, so you have an aluminum servo horn there. That's nice. Nice polished looking pumpkin housing there, but it is just plastic, but that's just a chrome coloring. The axle housing is all plastic. But it does have metal CVDs in the truck, front and rear. So you get nice metal CVDs. Those are nice and strong for you. Nice little clips, hinges. Those are just molded plastic. So don't yank on those too hard, so they'll come off. Those are just little scale parts. Let's look here at these shocks, because these shocks are actually really nice on this truck. They're an all aluminum body shock, but they do have like a plastic adjuster and little undersides, and then the retainer on the bottom. Underneath there. The retainer underneath there, the spring retainer, that's plastic as well. But really high quality shock. Those things have a great movement. I mean, that's excellent movement. And you can adjust the preload here, so you can even soften the truck up a bit. So that's cool. 15 kilogram Metal Gear servo, waterproof. So that should be adequate for this truck. If I have any problems with it, I'll just throw in like a 20 or 25 kilogram that I already have set aside for it. And then a brushed motor here, but I'm not sure what the turn rating is. So if anybody knows that, leave that down in the comments and let me know what the turn rating is on this truck. Because I'd like to know if I can go up or down in the future, depending on what my application is going to be. So if anybody knows how many turns are in that motor, give me a comment. Let me know. Excuse me. Next up, it comes with a nickel metal hydride battery. I think it's a 6-cell with a Dean's plug. Nothing crazy. It's just it's a crawler, so it'll get you going. It's 2,000 milliamp, so it's probably good for, in a crawler, probably 30 or 40 minutes of running, maybe a little longer depending on how you drive it. You got a sealed receiver box with the antenna here. That was kind of tucked in. Sealed receiver box in there with your 4-channel receiver. And then come over here to this side. And here's one of the really, really nice features of this truck. It's a true hobby wing speed controller. So it comes set from the factory. Here, I can get my camera to focus. There we go. Comes set at nickel metal hydride mode, but you can move the jumper over and put it into LiPo. And I think it can handle up to 3S. So that's really, really nice. And then if you get a second jumper, you can adjust your driving modes to forward, reverse, neutral, all that kind of stuff. You can change that with a separate jumper. So that's a look at the speed controller that you get in the truck. Actually, a really nice, high quality speed controller considering the price tag. So let's take a look at the back. So the back of the truck, these shocks, this suspension setup is really, really neat. This is probably the biggest feature of this truck. This is probably the highlight feature of this vehicle. It actually uses like cantilever style suspension. It's still a 4-link, but it's a cantilever. So it uses these push rods, and then it goes up in here, has these arms, these actuator arms, and they engage these shocks. So just like that. And this allows a ton of flex. I mean, a ton. And it has almost perfect shock resistance the whole movement through. So I'm really, really interested to see how that performs on the rocks. I think that's going to be really, really neat. I mean, it flexes like crazy. Look at that. You can tilt it all the way. And it's not even worried about it. What a neat truck. This is the first rock crawler I've had in a really, really long time, so I'm actually really, really stoked on it. So if you give me just a second, we'll flip this thing over and we'll take a look at the belly of the truck. All right, let's take a closer look at these axles and the suspension. Everything is upside down, so just for a point of reference, just understand that everything's upside down at the moment. Here's kind of a close-up look at the axles themselves. You can see how they go together. This is something I really did want to point out about the truck as well, is it has all metal drive shafts. In the upper transmission, the main drive shaft, and the rear drive shaft. They're all metal. So that's really, really cool. Before I run this truck, I'm going to throw a little bit of thread lock in all the grub screws just in case they don't put any from the factory. Just so I don't have any slippage. The links are really nice. They're probably 3 or 4 millimeter thick, upper and lower links. And then you have just a plastic skid on the bottom, which I'll either make something or I'll try to find something that fits. That's an aluminum skid for that. Then let's see if there's anything else on the truck to really point out. There's a look at that servo arm. Just a straightforward servo arm. No servo saver on this because it's a crawler. You don't really need that. So, yeah, guys. Flip her back over this way. Another thing, it is a front engine design. So you have the front motor, and then it has a, goes down in here into the transmission, and then back to the transfer case here. And that's what, drives this whole truck. So it does have all metal gears in all of the metal, the transmission, and the transfer case is all metal. So yeah, this truck should be a really long-lasting, durable vehicle. So I'm really excited to get this thing out on the rocks, guys. Pretty cool truck. Okay, everybody, that's been my unboxing of the RGT Crusher, the EX86181. We're going to get this thing out on the rocks here real soon for you guys so you can see this thing in action. I'm really, really looking forward to getting this thing out there and seeing what it's capable of. So, everybody give this video a like, share it, subscribe if you guys are new, give it, do the thumbs up, do all that stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think I should do to this truck in the future. And if anybody knows how many turns are in that brush motor, let me know. This has been Troy from Troy's Hobbies. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.